Hi, I'm Joe, the Fragrance Fanatic. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a fragrance that I've got a bias towards, and unfortunately, it's not in a good way. So, you know, I'm yet to have talked about a fragrance that I dislike on this channel. You know, I'm always trying to be really happy and, you know, talking about some great fragrances that are out there. But one of the first fragrances that I was ever given, that got me into the hobby really, was this Superdry Orange. And it's a fragrance that, as my first, I loved for a while, until I started discovering that you can actually get fragrances that don't just smell of pure alcohol. Now, Superdry started their range in 2013. And they started it with a high. They had a brilliant fragrance called Superdry Blue, and that took off and did really well. Superdry was, you know, all the trend, all the rage back then. And then in 2013 they released their final fragrance. And one of those final fragrances, I don't think it was the final, was this Superdry Orange. And this here is Superdry Orange Sport. Basically the same, literally no difference. I've got two miniatures of them. As you can see, I've used them both very heavily, but that was when I was younger. Again, not really. I would never ever wear these on a day out. The reason I'm reviewing them though, is just to give you an idea of why I dislike them. And I felt that, you know what, maybe I should give them another chance, just give them a chance whilst reviewing on camera to let people know what they're like. So I'm going to start off pure with a Superdry Orange. Let's start off, it's a nice wee bottle, really well made bottle, and the atomizer is actually incredible, the spread of it. And with this bottle, you know, with the pure orange, you're actually hit with quite a nice orangey smell to start off with. You know, it's definitely orange that you're hit with. I don't think it's grapefruit. It's possibly a little mix of grapefruit and orange. So that's what you're hit with to begin with. And that's really what you get for the whole fragrance. There's a touch of patchouli that starts to come in as you go deeper into the fragrance, and then there's a spiciness behind it all. Black pepper, kind of spicing up the orange, so it's not really it's not super citrusy. It's more kind of the spicy citrus, which is quite nice to be fair. And I've always been okay with this fragrance. It's the other one we're about to move on to. Now, Superdry Orange itself, just Superdry Orange plainly, not Superdry Sport. It's cheaply made. I'm pretty sure you can get a bottle of this around £15 in the UK. So what does hit you as someone that's a little bit more experienced, and after the, you know, period of time where you've experienced other fragrances of higher quality, you do realise that there is quite an infinitive hit of alcohol as you kind of spray it onto your body, onto skin. And that's kind of the first thing that hits you. Then you do get that orange kind of citrusy fairly suddenly, but the alcohol's still there, and that's not really a smell you want to be smelling. Not a fragrance you want to be smelling, especially if you're going to be wearing this for anything important, or even just going into work, school. It's just not really a fragrance you're going to be wanting to wear, especially if you've got others at choice. I'm going to move on rather swiftly to this because I've not got too much to say other than the orange is a perfectly rounded, citrusy, spicy fragrance for those of you that are just beginning to get into the world, and I recommend it. It's cheap. If you get a small bottle of it, it's a nice way to ease yourself in, because as the alcohol kind of evaporates and leaves you with the citrusy, spicy smell, it's nice, it's alright, it's fine. But then you've got this, Superdry Sport, and this one they took the black pepper out of for some reason. And I'm gonna use this hand. This hand's really untouched of fragrance. Oh God. You know that kind of alcohol smell that makes your head tingle or your nose tingle? It can't be too good for me. So yeah, again, you get the citrusy hit, but this time the alcohol is stronger. They've had to make the alcohol stronger to boost that citrusy fragrance because you've not got the black pepper behind it. And for some reason, they seem to think that this alcohol citrusy smell being projected even further is going to make you smell better for and during and after sport. I don't really understand what the thinking was here. The alcohol does go, leaving you with the patchouli citrusy smell, but it just shows the quality of the fragrance when you've just got such a poor alcoholic smell to start with. Who wants to start the day off by going, I don't even want to spray it on my neck, I'm sorry, because you cough. That's what happens, is you cough due to the crazy amount of alcohol of fumes that you get from it. And it's almost unprecedented, the amount of alcohol fumes that you get from this compared to any other fragrance I've had. So, in summary, recap, this here, orange, Superdry Orange, is a pretty good fragrance to start you off on your fragrance journey. And you know what? When this runs out, I might get another little bottle of this, same kind of size, because, you know, it's nice to have. It's a really nice bottle. They've got the branding around it, and it's nice. You know, Superdry branding. Superdry is fairly slick and, you know, good, pleasing to look at. And the smell of this, you know, is quite a nice spicy citrusy smell. It's perfect. But this, I wouldn't ever recommend getting this, because whilst it does kind of dampen down into something like this, why start off with something so powerfully smelling of strong alcohol when you could just get something like this for minorly cheaper? This is about £20 and this is 15. And for this one, you don't have to worry about the smell of alcohol, strong, super strong alcohol to start you off with your day. The sport for this is just some branding marketing scheme that they didn't need to do. You know, this could easily be used for sport, really. There's no difference other than the fresh alcoholic smell at the start. So if you're ever going to get Superdry Orange, I recommend getting this. Don't get the Superdry Orange Sport, get this. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please do like, subscribe and comment. Comment on what you'd like to see next in my upcoming videos. So thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time on The Fragrance Fanatic. Bye for now.